God is mocking me!
And hello, and welcome in. Sorry, it took me a bit longer to make some tea real quick. How's it going? Hope you're doing alright. Having a phenomenal day. It's good to see you. Pixel, your first chrononauts, we are bragging rights. And everyone go check out Pixel. They're a streamer who plays a lot of a variety of games. Lots of very difficult games, including Jump King and Celeste, and also other games that like Furion kind of precision platformers, but also puzzle games like Portal and Antechamber, but also horror games, like especially liminal horror kind of games, which is pretty cool, you know? So go check out Pixel if you haven't yet. They're very great. Also good at games. Also German. Also speaking English. Yes, Portal. Very good games. And Glitek, how are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. The Technician, go check out Glitek as well while we're at it. Pixel, I'm sure you're gonna love it over there as well. Plays a variety of games, hasn't been streaming for ages, now streams sometimes, and has got this sort of glitch aesthetic going on that might complement your Portal-ish aesthetic. You know, I feel like there's a lot of common ground between you two and stuff. You're tired, but good. I'm glad to hear that. Today's stream title is, by the way, is it hot in here, or is that just you and the heat you produce, you generate by doing your best every day? I'm proud of you, which is, you know, sinful and nice. Today we'll be chatting a little bit, but also we'll be showcasing games. We'll be showcasing games. There's a demo that I wanted to play. Besides that, I don't exactly know what we'll also play, but there's probably a lot to do. And yeah. We've got an incremental game based on Snake that I wanted to showcase a little bit of. And also a visual novel that just released the other day. And then there's also like 2 demos that I wanted to play a little bit of. So we'll do that and stuff. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. I hope you're having a good time. What has everyone been up to? Happy 1st of May, which is Workers' Day. You know, it's a Labor Day in Germany, but it's not exactly Labor Day. Like, it's technically speaking, it would translate to Labor Day, but it doesn't mean Labor Day, given the fact that it's more so the day of work. It's a holiday that is on every May 1st, and I previously have written about actually. And yeah, oh yeah, you heard from Finnish friend, it's celebrated over there. It's similar to Golden Week in Japan, which they are celebrating out there right now. Yeah, but for Japan, it's like a whole week, and in Germany, we're too efficient for that. So instead, we have only one sole holiday, which makes sense given that May is riddled with holidays. Like, there's so many Christian holidays throughout May. There's so much uni that I'm gonna miss because of it. And in fact, today I had like a tutorial online for one of my courses because the tutorial would have failed otherwise. Like, it wouldn't have happened because of the holiday, but given how much we have to study, a lot of students were like, hey, can we still have like a Zoom class or something? Apparently. And so they did that. And I didn't participate because I was super hungover, genuinely, you know. But yeah. Let me just quickly talk a little bit about the 1st of May, though. Star Wars Day is actually coming up this Sunday as well. I don't have any Star Wars games, though, I don't think. Maybe on GOG, actually. We could do, like, a retro game on Sunday, and then perhaps stream, like, some of that Star Wars, and then later transition into Minecraft. Just do a long stream on Sunday. I would have to check GOG, though. Let me check my library. I'm pretty sure that I own some Star Wars game. Sounds cool. Yeah, I don't know exactly. I do own Star Wars Battlefront 2 from 2005 on GOG. Also, we're listening to a random playlist that I've created out of my weekly Discover Weekly playlist. I just created this one here. Yeah, I'll see if I can get Star Wars Battlefront 2 to work, and then maybe we'll do that. I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan, but I imagine that would be kind of funny. The Tag der Arbeit, 1st of May over here in Germany, is a holiday where people don't have to work usually. There's some places that still have that are still open, like restaurants and stuff, but it's usually because of holidays. Wait, it's usually because holidays are when people have to. Man, this is an old post, isn't it? Yeah, 2022. Holy shit, it's riddled with typos and Germanisms. Germanisms. Yes, Germanisms. There you go. Today, I just wanted to ramble a little bit about this day and my experience with the holiday, the history, some politics, and some tradition of it back in my home state of Rheinland-Pfalz. In Germany, the 1st of May is a holiday when people don't have to work usually. Meaning no work. Typically. Some places still are open, though, including restaurants. But typically only due to the fact that most workers will only be able to visit those places during holidays, since they don't have to work. Honestly, I can just scratch that completely. Fuck that. There are many people that dance into May at specific parties that are dated. Wait, what? Held on the 30th of April, where you literally dance into May. Those are pretty cool. There's also some protests and demonstrations for working class issues on the 1st of May. And personally, I've only attended one of them in the past, although I left because of some of it ended up being less peaceful than I anticipated. Generally speaking, it's really just a holiday where people don't have to work. If you were to ask people where its origins lie, they'll tend to tell you a few different stories, if at all, but it's quite hard to pinpoint where exactly it came from. Some say that it was just decided that the day of the workers or day of work or Labor Day is on that specific day to give people a chance to rest up, but mostly people attribute it to 1886 when a workers' movement staged a strike or walkout on May 1st in the US. Most of it here is based on what I learned in history class, by the way. Some of it might not be exactly accurate, blah, 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 doesn't care. Too long, didn't read. 1889, the SDAP, later SPD, essentially a working class party, made this day a holiday to protest for better working conditions as well. Don't need that. It's confusing. In 1890, about 100,000 people didn't go to work to protest. And maybe I should make this a list. Let's go. In 1890, about 100,000 people didn't go to work. 1990 was when this was commemorated as a holiday, though only once, which was then changed by the Nazis in 1933, where they utilized the holiday as the Tag der Nationalen Arbeit, the nation's Labor Day. The day of national work, nations work. Whatever. Changing its meaning in the process. After World War II in 1946, the Allies made it a national holiday again, although the meanings seemed to be quite different in the West and East. The West would use it for politics, while the East celebrated at the working class with parades and whatnot, which makes sense since the West and East were at odds, to say the least, until the walls fell much later. Anyway, so I've been to one protest before. Something, personal experience. Let's just do boop, a little bit there for some more readability, because, oh my god, look at this thing. Anyways. There we go. Save. And then what I'll do, a note. This post was edited on May 1st, 2025 to remove a lot of the errors. You're welcome. A lot of the grammatical errors. You're welcome. And to improve readability. Here we go. You didn't know you had WordPress. Now you're trying to work out how to follow it. You have one yourself, but never usually follow blogs. I don't really follow blogs either. I mean, it's like a thing. By the way, over here, Star Wars store page. This is the game that I was thinking of maybe playing. Oh no, I need to be 16 and over for this. Look at it. Oh my god, data graphics. I love it so much. It looks actually kind of funny. It looks actually kind of good. Can I murder kids as Anakin? I can make so many Warhammer references. Oh my god, let's go. Hey, there we go. Nice, I found it. Don't question my drafts. There's a lot. There's a lot of posts. This one over here is supposed to be about how a lot of artists are being accused of using AI when they're not using AI, and that's an issue. Untitled Achievement Guide, Password Protected Draft. I still need to add like images over here to this one. It's literally a guide to get all the achievements in crypt thingy magic. And I didn't even finish it. You're literally just doing your draft 0 in the background for your own WordPress. Oh, that's fair, that's fair. That's a review. That's a post on dog whistles. That is... how do I put it? Too long? It's 4,000 words. Also doesn't have any images. At all. But yeah, it's just a blog, you know, it's a very, very, I don't know, I don't get even that much traffic. I haven't written in ages because I keep like just writing down posts and never finishing them, never publishing them. But I want to write about the Duolingo thing, if I can. If I switch over to months right now, April, we got 4,500. Oh, yeah. And I've wrote a post here. I wrote a post about an anime. Like, holy shit. I want to escape from princess lessons, rob me of my will to live. Review. Let's just do this. You just have it for your poetry and stories whilst you get hopefully published IRL. Oh, that's nice. Only finished one IRL book, so work on publishing for that. Nice, nice. Look at this. Content warnings for kidnapping, manipulative and abusive behaviors, toxic relationships, a complete disregard for personal boundaries or consent. I also mentioned sexual assault a fair few times and a lack of bodily autonomy, but sexual assault doesn't actually happen in the show unless you count the various times the dreamy prince sneaks into the protagonist's room and sniffing her hair. Oh, well, hold up. Oh god, who knows? Okay, let's talk about this anime. Because Glitek, you clearly don't know. Content warnings. To sniff her hair. Or whatever. Twilight coded. Let's go. Yeah. Okay, now view post. I Want to Escape from Princess Lessons is a disaster of a work of fiction set in an alternative, kind of medieval, sort of European society. Letitia is made to take princess lessons for 10 years after the crown prince, Clark, falls madly in love with her and arranges for the two of them to get married. Consent not needed. He's the future king after all. So Letitia is robbed of her childhood and spends 10 years of her life from age 7 until she turns 17 learning how to become the future queen of the country. Not because she wants to, but because she has to. Consent not needed. Perk up. This is a pattern. Trained like a dog in all sorts of subjects. From etiquette to politics and history to ballroom dances and more, Letitia goes from a free-spirited young lady who was a bit tomboyish at times to a docile, tamed, broken, and depressed doll, the model noble lady. And then, Prince Clark, he shows up with a new companion at a party and the engagement is seemingly broken off. Oh no, whatever will Letitia do? Well, Letitia regains her joyful life again. She's overjoyed at the bad news and returns to the countryside, living a slow life in harmony with her nature and her family's domain's subjects. But then Clark shows up again, kidnaps her and locks her up in the castle. Confined to a singular room and isolated from her family, friends, her maid and her dog, she spends her days having to say no and no way over and over to the prince's advances and manipulation tactics. Holy shit, what the fuck is this show? 3 volumes of a light novel, 6 volumes of a manga, and 12 episodes of an anime television series, with about 1.2 million copies of the light novel in circulation. Why is this so successful? Part of me wants to think that it will get better or something, but it won't. The show is all about isolating and manipulating a person who kept saying no over and over and over again. It's an illustration of the mindset of, your body, my choice. Letitia literally lost all autonomy over her body the moment the prince decided they are to marry. Hold up a second. There was a typo. There's a comma missing. Yes, I use Grammarly, but also it like makes stuff better. This is much better than other stuff. Wait, hold up a second. Where are all the images? Hold up a second. Nothing wrong with AI, but just a tool, not a replacement. Yeah, exactly. Oh. All the images are gone. Well, that sucks. Well, there's a screenshot. There's a screenshot. Look, I took them all. They just all saved in Discord, and I guess Discord changed something. It doesn't like it, you know. I'm sorry, but let me go. Put me down. Honestly, I wanted to be put down as well after I started watching this show. What? Without me even asking me? No way. Oh well. Discord cache doesn't always keep, yeah. I should stop using that and use something to upload stuff. Look, she's like 7 and he's 7, and they're like, yo, let's marry you. But then she gets trained, and then Prince Clark's with another woman? It's alright, he isn't dangerous or anything. Well, crazy person, good to see you. How are you doing today? I did it, now I'm totally free. I'm sorry, but let me go. Put me down. There's literally a scene in the show where Letitia's like, she's getting asked if like the prince asks her if she wants to marry him, and she says no way. And then he asks her again, and she says no way. And then again, and and she says no way. And then there's a scene. Also, by the way, I've got black tea. I forgot to tell you earlier. I'm sorry about that. I completely forgot myself. I read the message and was like, well, I'll reply later. And then I didn't. I didn't reply whatsoever. I did, by the way, go... I got an email today by the head mod for a Twitch partner streamer who's involved with a Pride event this year on Twitch. And apparently my name keeps popping up in the mod staff searches as they're doing their best to preemptively have their bots ban commonly used anti-LGBTQ plus terminology. And I'm wondering if there's a list of banned terms or steps they can take to protect the streamers and their community. And so I basically sent them a bunch of tools and everything and helped them out. But I have no idea who the streamer is and everything. I'm like, yo, this is kind of cool. Like, I'm I'm a little famous. A little bit, you know, just a little bit famous, you know? Oh, how? Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Because I've wrote about some stuff, you know? Like Twitch hate raids and stuff like that. Honestly, there was like a time during COVID where I was in a stream called Jocrastination, who sadly doesn't stream anymore, mostly because of work and whatnot. But V-Glass Cannon, aka Jocrastination, was a streamer who was just black and was playing a lot of Souls-like games and was super interested in lore and super chill. And I was hanging out there in chat and whatnot, and then randomly we got a hate raid. And it happened like not just once or twice, but multiple times. And he said that has only been happening because of a black tag. So he removed it afterwards. But also he would literally just take their copy-pasted message and then add it to the block terms, you know, like some emote, etc. He would just take it and add it to the block terms, and suddenly all the bots couldn't do anything anymore. So that was pretty fun. But yeah, so I ended up writing about the situation and what people can do about it and whatnot, and it's quite cool, I think. Yeah. Anyways, it's cool that it comes up now. Sometimes I do get people that recognize me, like, oh yeah, like I checked out your Twitch now because I saw the blog post and everything, and that's pretty nice. I also know that apparently people share my blog links to Reddit and whatnot, and I have no idea where they're sharing them to. Yeah, there was like one person, like I was writing in a blog post I wrote about why a lot of people don't like it when you mention the view count. Like it's in the rules and everything, and I just wrote a post about the phenomenon, the rules, and why it's there, why a lot of people don't like it, including big streamers like Smallland. Which sounds contradictory, by the way. You know, a big streamer, small and, you know, but you're small and one. I wonder if that's how you find a clue. But yeah, that one person came in and says like, oh yeah, now you're telling others, blah, 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 and you only have like 4 viewers and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, chill. Get a life. I literally was just explaining why a lot of people have it in the rules. And you took offense to that, which means that you're part of the problem. Glitek, if you want to, I can check what your first message was here. No, never mind. You're following since 2025. So February. No, Glitek, you're here from Frostpunk, no? No, that's when you first joined. Wait, how did you find me? Follow it. Let me see. I can go to Solinome and see what I've streamed on February 4th. Actually, okay, well, I think checking out raids and stuff would be more useful, probably. But yeah, nope, yeah, you're so curious. Yeah, I mean, I know that you're curious, so I figured, hey, I'll check. February, let's check the last 180 days, I guess, since there's a lot of streams. April, March, February 4th is when you followed, but you didn't chat until Frostpunk, so February 4th. Possibly through Catherine. We played that around that time. Let me see. I'm scrolling. Oh no, I was playing Bayonetta on February 4th. Was that the last stream as well? Do you know King Argorov? No, that was not the last stream. Bayonetta, the last stream was on 11th, which is when Argy rated as well. Wonder what game you followed on. Well, crazy person, we can check. June 23rd, 2023. We can check. That's June 2023. And you followed on June 23rd. I was playing Pokemon Infinite Fusion. Wait, your internet died. What game did you follow on? Sorry. Bayonetta. At least I was playing Bayonetta around that time. If I check again, around that time, to be absolutely fair. Glitiak. Tiak. I was playing Bayonetta around that time, but I was also playing Rogue Commands and Talented and Organizer, doing a lot of chatting. In the streams before that, I also did art. And the streams after that, I was also playing a lot of Against the Storm around that time. So chances are that you came in through some of those. Tiak. Oh, yeah, there was a time when you watched a ton of Infinite Fusion gameplay. Yeah, so probably around then. Since it's only 250 messages that you send in chat, it shouldn't take too long to check what your very first message in here was, by the way. Fun fact, Bidoof and Bidoof makes a glorious creature was your very first message, actually. And a Mimikyu and Houndour, and Houndoom is a little cute scary gremlin. And I'm good. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't understand anything you said, Positronics. Do you have a reference mode on? Because Sceptile and Furret makes a blue baby Yoshi with reference on. It's called Modern Mode. Yeah, it was literally like Infinite Fusion. Krillera, good to see you. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. But also Glitek, I can check probably in my activity feed. Oh, wait, Glitek, you followed in February. How many months is that? You feel like you might have found through one of my videos. Oh, that could be it. Boop. Speaking of videos, let me plug those already. Okay, yeah, I can't scroll all the way down in the activity TV. That's fine, that's fine. Now the question is, was it through the drama channel? Embarrassed as you went to your training a while, there wasn't any training today. Do you also have Tag der Arbeit? Let's see, a month ago. We need to check for 2 months, 3 months ago. So it was either Talented, Dixium, Airship Flotzilla, EDF, Legends of Runeterra, Megaloot, Moonlighter, Gnomes, Tales of All Rus, Once Upon a Dungeon, Venba, Shall Lebensborn, the interview I did for Trash Goblin, you know. Yeah, Krilla, yeah, I mean, it's not everywhere, it's not a holiday everywhere. That's a bit embarrassing, I do agree, but also, at least you got out of your house, and that's cool, and I'm proud of you for doing that. And also, it's very dedicated to even want to train on a holiday, which is fucking cool. Not everyone could be asked to do that, I mean, why not? Yeah, I mean, some people just can't be asked. When you're waking up and feeling strong, sitting indoors, you deserve it all. Commercials say 30% off. Looking for the keys, running to the car. The whole thing just strikes me as bizarre. When it all sinks in. Oh, there's nothing funny. Yeah, when you start thinking, oh, it's tragic, honey. You're Brazilian, non-smoker, gluten-free. Like good gods, you see. Well, you put search format for your entire YouTube history on Broken Throw, so we'll see if it comes up with anything. Honestly, it's fine. Rather than focus on when and why and how you found people, sometimes it's better to just appreciate that you found people, if that makes sense, And on that note, I shall say, you're welcome for being foundable. oh, it's nothing funny. Yeah, when you start thinking, oh, it's tragic, honey. I can't remember how you found me. I think it was a raid, but I don't know. You found me probably either through Merxy, M, Rorston, or Krillera, but no, Krillera is you. Hold up. There was a fourth person. IE, Archivist. Since you're in that bubble. But also, I know for a fact that is probably through Merxy, I'd imagine. I mean, you've been following since January 6th. I believe that's around the time when I got to know Merxy through M. No, I got to know Merxy before that, actually. But also, you only have 800 messages in chat, meaning that I can just scroll up, actually. I think you joined during Subnautica, but I'm not entirely sure. Or maybe you listen more than you write. Yeah, probably. That's totally fine. Like, again, like, don't worry. It's not like there's a metric or anything that says how active you are. Yes. Also, I don't know how I got my pixel heart. Sorry, I kind of forgot how it looks. Krill era, or just Krill. Oh yeah, I did donate to trans lives. Oh no, not Dizzy. To be honest, Shadow, I wouldn't say that's a bad idea. Some people, definitely not me in the past, do stuff like that. Screw gender. Yeah! And then we talked about gender norms and stuff. Which seems like a very, that's my channel. Anyways. Did you know that for a long time, you know, like in the late 19th century when the first wave feminism happened, they were fighting for the right to be seen as a second entity in marriage, because before that, in laws, it was search for Puella Magica, Madoka Magica, Humora Madoka Mami. Well, shit. No one it froze. I see. Puella Magi Madoka is the name of a show. Magica Homura is probably someone else, and Madoka Mami. I have no idea about that. I never watched any of it, so it's like I don't know shit about it. I know a show, like I haven't seen too much magical girl stuff. Yeah, it's all cast from the same show. Yeah. The only magical girl stuff that I've seen over the years is Powerpuff Girls. I believe that counts, right? I've seen what's it called? Sailor Moon, the original show, that is, not any of the reboots. But to welcome in, I love those emotes. Are those your own emotes? They're not. But they're adorable. Holy shit. I'm gonna follow that person. Look, sometimes you don't need to know if you vibe. You know, you just like their emotes. We're talking magical girls. You'd say Puella Madoka isn't so much magical, but to explain it would be mega spoilers. It's darker. It isn't the typical magical. I know. I've heard that it's quite dark, but still, it's magical girl stuff. You know. As far as magical girl stuff is, I've seen Powerpuff Girls, which I would consider magical girl stuff. You know. I've seen. Does Invader Zim count as magic? No, I'm kidding. But I've seen Sailor Moon, the original. I've seen recently. I recently watched again Gushing Over Magical Girls, which is great. It's an amazing show. Despite everything, it's an amazing show actually. Uncultured Confusion. Girl is a magical girl in spirit. I see. I mean, yeah. No, but also yes. Puff Girls Z is great. Is Z the reboot? Because I haven't seen that. I refuse to do it. It's like, I don't know. Is the anime. Yeah, it's like the reboot. Right? The new one, right? Is that the new one? Oh, Wings Club. I've seen Wings Club. It's old, very old. Yeah, I mean like Powerpuff Girls, like the original thing. But yeah, bad too. If you want to like just lurk and everything, that's totally fine. I'm just like, you know, just figured I'd greet you. And also, I was surprised at seeing such an adorable emote, like genuinely. Wow. Thanks for sharing that. Hiding under someone here is bad and listening carefully. Yeah, please just enjoy your lurk. Appreciate you a lot. I hope you have a fantastic time. Make sure to hydrate plenty. Powerpuff Girls Z was made in 2006. What was the Powerpuff Girls that I saw? Powerpuff Girls. Look, mine is from the one that I watched. The original was from 1998. So, as such, I win. Don't like this one. Let's go. Gotcha. Whoa, bet. There you go. No need to bet. I don't like betting. No gamba. No gamba. No gamba here. Magical Girls of Wings. Wings Club was good. There is a live action show and it sucks. Like, genuinely so bad. Don't watch it. Not at all. Like, ugh. You continue being the youngest in chat. See, Carolina, don't worry at all. Some stuff is just before your time. I can't believe, by the way, sometimes it doesn't feel real that people after 2000 are 18 years and older now. If you think about no, I'm kidding. OG Wings. Yeah, Wings Club was good. That was the good shit. All the boys in our class watched it in like elementary school. Shush. I'm saying that, but also my ex-girlfriend was born in 2000. In December of 2000. So there was like a year and like 3 months between us. You know? Hell yeah. There's also like hold up, Magical Girl Raising Project. There we go. Hold up. What's up today?
Rise from your grave.
Thank you for a follow. Appreciate it. Welcome in. Sorry, my cough was getting there. If you like dark shit, and if you like magical girls, there's a show called Magical Girl Raising Project. Ignore the Literaturreihe afterwards. It's because I copied something from Google. It's a popular social game. Wait, hold up. Why is it in English? German? Crunchyroll, please. I want the synopsis in English. What do you mean? Give me the. Why is the website in? There we go. English US. English simplified. It's Magical Girl Raising Project is a popular social game that has an ability to grant players a 1 in 10,000 chance to become a real-life magical girl with unique magical abilities to help people. However, at some point, Thav, the magical administrator fairy, decides to cut the population of magical girls in half. The game quickly changes into a twisted, wicked battlefield of the 16 magical girls who get dragged into a battle for survival against each other. And it's like, people die in that show, you know. It's like wild. But also, gushing over magical girls is fucking amazing. Is it on Crunchyroll, or do I need to hold up? Gushing over magical girls. Also known as I Admire Magical Girls, but also known as Maho Shoujo ni Akugarete, is a Japanese magical girl manga series written and illustrated by Akihiro Onanaka. It began serialization on Takashobo's Storia Dash website in March 2019. It got 11 tankobon volumes as of 2024. Is licensed in English by the J Novel Club, an anime television series produced by Asahi Production. Aired from January to March 2024, and that was really fucking good. Like, genuinely, I really liked that show. Utena Hiragi is a normal introverted girl with a strong admiration for magical girls, especially the beautiful trio that protect her town, Tres Magia. One day, a mascot named Venalita approaches Utena and gives her magical powers, but rather than becoming the magical girl of justice she always wanted to be, she instead becomes an evil general of the Inomita organization. Despite the misfortune in being forced to fight against the magical girls she admires, Utena soon discovers that she had a hidden sadistic side and revels in torturing her idols with a newfound obsession, which is really fucking good. It's a really funny show about love and sexuality and conformity versus individuality. Also, it's got Yuri, but it's like good Yuri. It's like, you know, it's not as stupid as it sounds. It's actually a good magical girl show. Reminds me of a manga, you know, where a game has like, he gets to pick someone to be a magical girl, but tries to decide really carefully who to pick and ends up picking a Yankee and regrets. What the heck's the title? I have no idea. I've never heard of that, but that reminds me on the other hand of Koreva Zombie desu ka? Or Is This a Zombie? Where the main character is a zombie. Machimaho, I messed up and made the wrong person into a magical girl. Oh, I think I've heard of that one, actually. Hold up, let me search up. Machimaho. Oh, I've seen that one. Like the manga. I've seen that around in stores. I've seen people buy it and be ashamed of it. I'm like, oh yeah, I picked this by accident. I said, no, you couldn't like that. That's totally fine. I'm like, no, I picked it up by accident. I'm saying, no, it's like a genuinely funny premise and everything. And then they're like, isn't it? Like having the actual anime dialogues, but in real life, you know? Cough is wild, man. Alrighty. It's still airing, actually. Damn. But yeah, Koreva Zombie desu ka, nani ka? No, that's not. Koreva Zombie. Isn't there an anime where the human race is captured by aliens and made into pets where they have to sing, and if they sing poorly, they get killed off? Let's ask the AI. No, let's just Google, by which I mean just Google. Anime where aliens capture human race and have them sing or die. What does Google say? Macro 7. Hold up. Music plays a pivotal role in humanity's defense against alien forces. The protagonist, Basara Neki, leads the rock band Firebomber. Wow. And uses his songs to combat the Proto-Devil, an alien race that feeds on a life energy called spiritua. Traditional weapons prove ineffective, but Basara's music can restore drained victims and repel the enemy. The stakes are high as the Proto-Devil attacks endanger the entire human fleet, making music a critical means of survival, according to Wikipedia. Another series with a similar theme is Black Heaven. There, a middle-aged former rock guitarist, Uji Tanaka, is recruited by aliens to play his music, which powers a weapon crucial in the interstellar war. The alien's survival hinges on Uji's guitar solos, blending sci-fi elements with a narrative about reclaiming one's passion. Besides that, there's also Macross Do You Remember Love? And Ra Zephon. The series revolves around the concept of tuning the world, where music and sound have the power to reshape reality and combat alien threats. The mecha called Dolems are controlled through musical means, emphasizing the profound impact of song in the storyline. Alien Stage? Alien Stage. Oh, that's like a YouTube show. Yeah, that sounds like it. Web series, you think? Yeah, Alien Stage is the one. Animated series. It's an animated series on YouTube, produced by Kming and Vivinos and Studio Lico, where two people fight for their survival. Fun stuff. Abyssal, hi, good to see ya. Hey, we got there. Yeah. I don't know, just remember seeing it a while ago. I see. Yeah, seems like it. Abyssal, I feel like you would like that one. Alien Stage, an animated show where people are sent to a audition show and they're pitted against each other and have to sing. And if they don't sing well enough, they die. Get killed off by the aliens. It's like real television shows where people sing, and if they sing bad, they die a social death. How you doing today? Show me what you got. I know it's like the show, like the episode in Rick and Morty where "Show me what you got" is like looks funny and everything, but in reality, it's actually the premise of the day when Earth stood still. You know, it's like, oh yeah, show me what you got. You know, why should Earth not stop? Why should humanity prevail? You know, show me what you got. Alien stage. What was I saying? Corn song request corn right now. Kolikman, hello, good to see you. There's no song requests at all whatsoever. But if you want to, I can actually put on Korn because I haven't listened to Korn in ages. Although I don't know actually what songs are good by Korn because, like, you know, I like other stuff. I like other stuff, you know. If something would show up here, you would probably be advanced enough to fold space like a towel. We would be like ants, watching video. Nice, nice. Hope you're having a great time watching. Abyssal, they found gases that indicate that there might be life on a distant exoplanet, possibly some plankton. But I'm like, wait, that same gas is also found on some asteroids, though, that don't have those bacteria and plankton and whatnot, you know? So why are we so Earth-centric, you know? I feel like we are acting as if Earth is everything that everything revolves around. If something was indeed out there, we wouldn't know. Really, like, what if their society has died already? Their planet is so distant away that the light reflected over here gets here only like 500 years later, you know? And they've already bombed themselves to death. With space Putin and space Trump, you know, starting a war. I'm just saying, you know. Like, I don't know even why people want to have contact with aliens, you know? Like, people, have you seen the current state of affairs in most countries? And we'd be ignored, specks of dust. First of all, yeah. Second of all, we don't like Earth immigrants. Like, not us here, but like, most countries right now in the world are shifting towards a more populist, nationalistic rhetoric and very anti-immigrant and all of that, you know? And they're like not a fan of immigrants and immigration and all of that. And now you want to also contact space immigrants? What the hell? Well, how would anyone even find us? Due to redshift, whatever we scream into the void gets lost before it would even reach anything. Even if it did reach something, you know, if they send it back, you know, we would like have passed it already. We wouldn't be able to catch it. Wouldn't humans be united as soon as we learned that aliens exist? No. We would just get Space Trump as well. Oh my god, it's another cute emote. Damn. I've decided against Korn, by the way. I remembered that I didn't like them actually all that much ever. Like, I never listened to them too much, you know? But, you know, I'm more of a Slipknot guy myself. All these cute emotes. Meanwhile, mine's like, might have too much high hopes for the humans. Terrible. Gotta have high up, da 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 da. Meanwhile, I'm here like, ain't those adorable? Look. Ain't I good at emotes? So cute, ain't they? I'm telling you. I'm just very good. That's just me. I'm just very good. By the way, on the progress regarding the game stuff that I've been working on, I didn't find too much time to work on it this week, but I did get some work done on Tuesday. And in that work that I did, you 24/7, just some coffee. I haven't had coffee in so long, man. I need to buy some tomorrow. Actually, not tomorrow. Probably on Saturday because I've got uni all day tomorrow and then I've got work on in the evenings. Look, it's not corn, but hey, Slipknot's close enough, right? It's a delightful take. Just it never ends. It works its way inside. If the pain goes on. Anyways, so what I wanted to say though was hold up, Kirby Dance actually goes really hard. With this. He sings about rubbing his eyes because something got in. Definitely. It's like how Linkin Park likes to sing about tampons, you know, I bleed it out, digging deeper just to throw it away. It's a tampon song. Look at how hard Kirby goes. You know, just go curb dance. It's actually in rhythm. No, my dancing mode doesn't work with this song, actually. What was I saying just now? Coffee. Space immigrants. Hold up, I was talking about something, man. Emotes. What was I talking about, man? Jesus. Oh no. Aliens. Yeah. I'm gonna delete that one. I don't like paper emotes. Just a me thing. But you're good. Like, it's just a personal preference. That's right. It's the only jamming emote you had to contribute. Oz. Don't worry at all. You do have, I will say, you've got these for sure. We also got Deco Hype as a BTTV emote. We also have cats. We also have, hold up. Blob Dance, I believe. Yeah. And Mage Rage. You don't? Well, better Twitch TV. I'm telling you. Get FFC off BTTV. Also, while you're at it, pronouns. Shit. There you go. Humanity acts a lot like Earth is the center of the universe and everything, and I was like, well, that's so stupid. And like aliens come, if like aliens, why are aliens supposed to be like so like you know, like us? Can life not exist in a different way? Like, couldn't aliens breathe nitrogen and exhale oxygen somehow? Like, just think about it. You know, your Twitch keeps lagging. Oh, that's fair. Don't worry about it. Don't spam the animated emotes. You know. Yeah, pronouns extension is pretty cool. And the thing is, you don't even have to use it. It just tells others yours. So if your pronouns are, I believe yours were any, right? So yeah, I'll just do a thing. It's the only thing that slowly stops the ache. I accidentally put on alligator. We haven't seen anything that can, so we only got this planet as a reference. Yeah, but like, I'm just saying, you know. We're talking about space, man, you know? Yeah, you freeze down. Nice. Yeah, it's just like hypothetically speaking, there could be a life form out there that we can't even see with our eyes, you know? But isn't that just plants? So yeah, of course it could even exist. I mean, plants do need not nitrogen, but carbon dioxide, and they breathe out the oxygen, basically. So technically speaking, yeah. But also, what if space just houses lots and lots of cockroaches, zombie cockroaches? Mine being Annie comes from being a whole bunch of toxic abuse by being a woman, immediate judgment, and has just been a bit of habit to not specify or tell anyone what yours are, so you never mind. I see. Honestly, in that case, people used to mistake you for a guy as had never been on a VC and just never corrected them due to that. I feel like your voice passes or comes across as very feminine, personally, but also I have no idea what you look like or what you identify as or whatever. You'll stop living in space if that's a thing. Yeah, I mean, honestly, you could send a cockroach into space and then retrieve it and it would still survive. We don't have any means to destroy a cockroach. Cockroaches are forever. Even after nuclear fallout, cockroaches will be forever. I'm just saying, yeah. I'm just telling you how it is, you know? With my fingers into my eyes. It's the only thing that slowly stops the ache. But it's made of all the things I have to take. Definitely femme 100%. Okay, that's, yeah. Honestly, though, I can see how that is a thing, especially like, oh, you're women bad at games, blah, blah, blah. You know, I get it, you know. You're glad, Voidling, because we don't have those things here, just worse stuff. Exactly. For what it's worth, you know, I do believe that most toxic communities that are anti-pronouns and everything, they will just make fun of you, even if you just have he, him, or she, her, or whatever in your pronouns. You know, in that case, though, you can make it so that if for each server that you're in, you can display or not display any any pronouns, and that's totally fine. Like, it's like you can do it individually for each server, just like how you can have a different username for each server, and that is pretty cool. Most toxic communities will have issues with just pronouns in general, not necessarily even women, you know? It was a particularly big WoW community you were in, where it's like, if they found out you were a woman, they'd immediately treat you differently, lack of respect, etc. Same as when you were on Xbox Live as a kid, girl judgment. Yeah, exactly. It's like, stupid, you know? For what it's worth, I used to play a lot of League. I nowadays don't play as much, but still sometimes dabble in League of Legends. And since I'm a support main, and since I enjoy playing mages and enchanters a lot, I do get a lot of flack for those picks, and I get called an e-girl, etc., you know? You know, like, I do get treated as a woman simply because I'm playing a female character, but also because I'm playing an enchanter, with support being the very female thing to do, you know? You're supporting others, you're just healing, you're not doing anything. Allegedly. But then again, I am the one who decides whether you live or die. I peel for you, I deal damage, I enchant you, buff you, and I also give you heals so that you don't die. And if you flame me, I'm just gonna refuse to heal you. Easy peasy. You dabble in mental equivalent of heroin, eh? I guess so. We could stream League of Legends sometime, you know? And I can show you all the toxicity. It's fine. It's fun, honestly. Those are just words. I don't care too much. No, real? I mean, look, I could stream it. You'll never. I mean, I could stream it, you know? I guess you're not a girl then because you play the classes in game that pick off other characters. Yeah, like assassins as well. Technically, like, damage dealers a lot are, you know, a lot of carries and whatnot are also in that regard. And I don't know. You've got D.Va in Overwatch, right? And that's not a tank, right? That's a DPS character, isn't it? I'm not sure. But yeah, I had some of the most vile shit thrown at me simply for playing Nami in League of Legends, you know? Like, I would carry some ADC's ass and get vile shit thrown at me. Got called an e-girl, a slut, and they hope that I choke on a cock or something like that. And so I was like, okay, you don't need me, I'll just go somewhere else. So I helped my team, very successfully, by the way, and my ADC just ended up dying over and over again, and then started blaming me because I left them alone. I said, well, of course I left you alone. You wanted me to leave you alone. And you said that you did everything yourself, even though I was carrying your ass, and now you're dying 2v1. Because of course you're dying 2v1, because you're pretty unskilled. Without a support, that is. So I came back and helped, and suddenly we started killing people again. Wow. And then I got flamed again. I'm like, Jesus. People don't understand, you know? There's definitely that general stereotype of women only play healers and supports, and you hate that. I mean, yeah, but also, it sucks. It sucks in general. Like, I get a lot of sexism thrown my way simply for playing something that would be stereotypically female, I guess. Use the main support until you drop the game. It's pretty horrible. Way too toxic. It is super toxic, yeah. Yesterday I had a pretty fun game. Yesterday or the day before? No, the day before. Yeah, like Tuesday or Monday I played a game of League and I played fiddle support. Because they picked Nami and I was like, well, I'm just going to silence the heck out of them and everything. And honestly, it was just pretty fun. It was a fun time. I love Fiddlesticks. Fiddlesticks! Or something, I don't know. Reminds you of a time you played TF2 and were out playing a fellow sniper and he got super mad at you. You were like 12 then and he wasn't at all. Yeah, I played a lot of TF2 as well when I was 12. But then again, I played a lot of like free games. You know, I got a bit into Neverwinter, a lot into Terra, Ion, Empire, whatever it's called. Rift. I played so much Rift, man. Trove. Did I mention Terra already? Blade and Soul. A lot of games, you know. Guild Wars 2. You know, Paladins. League of Legends, obviously. Yeah, I didn't have money, so yeah. Showing your age here, but for you it was Xbox Live when you were younger. Yeah, I didn't have, I did have the OG Xbox, but I didn't have, like, any multiplayer games that you couldn't play locally. Like, no PvP or anything like... I mean, we did have PvP games, but it was like Fusion Frenzy, or Blinks 2, or Time Splitters, or Mech Assault, you know? And we played split screen, you know, stuff. You had to subscribe. Awful. Yeah. Well, the fact you didn't own an Xbox, so no clue what that means. Yeah, no worries. Xbox Live was basically, you know, you can play online on consoles. That's Xbox Live. Time Splitter, basically. Time Splitters is great. Time Splitters is basically, hey, you're going through time to chase after this time-traveling villain before he messes up time even more so that he wins in the future. He literally gives a time machine to his past self who spent all of his youth on developing the time machine. So instead of spending the last 60 years developing the time machine, the past Crow, which is the villain, gets the time machine immediately by his future self so that he then doesn't have to develop it. So he goes on to then do the bad stuff that he's doing, which is really funny. Basically, yeah, you had to pay a subscriber for it. You think what they're trying to do with the Switch too. Literally couldn't play online with people, otherwise awful. Yeah, like Nintendo has had stuff like that as well over the years, like internet, but for the Nintendo DS and stuff like that. And it was like a subscription with a separate modem, I believe. Right? They had that in the past, didn't they? Honestly, though, you know, when it comes to like games and stuff, those spaces were often pretty darn toxic, but also I don't think they've gotten less toxic over the years. I don't think they've gotten more toxic. What has improved, though, is content moderation and reporting tools and everything. There's also automated systems that mute people in a game if they're being too toxic and doesn't send out the messages at all. Like in Overwatch, for instance, if you post something like easy or loser or whatever, or slurs, it will report you automatically, but also it will post my self-esteem is very low in all chat, which is pretty nice. In League of Legends, it detects certain triggering messages that are really, really bad, and then will not send out the message and mute you for the entire game. And afterwards, you might face consequences as well, which is pretty neat. You know, in that regard, it is a pretty fun time. Yeah, fun times. Like they moderated a lot and everything, you know. Um, and also that's where also AI comes in over time. That gets implemented probably as well. By the way, games Reaper is fun, or other co-op games, Rock and Zone too. Yeah. When it comes to like games like Deep Rock Galactic, I would say that the Deep Rock Galactic community is the least toxic community out there. Mostly because you're playing cooperatively, so your common enemy is first of all bugs and robots, and second of all the company. You're uniting together against a common enemy. Why must Cathag be destroyed according to your rules? Honestly, Stone Age philosopher, I don't know. I've said it for so long now, I've almost forgotten. But also, I believe we've been successful in it. And also, I feel like it is something that people might chuckle at because they might understand the reference. How are you doing today? I hope you're having a fantastic day. Good to see you. It's nice to have you. Okay, gonna dip and go watch House. You'll enjoy. Glitek, I'm sorry to hear that you're watching House. I hope you get to watch something better. Have fun. Just casually giving flack to your enjoyment of a show. You don't understand the reference, but you know what it is, and you were doing good until you were scolded at. Oh, who scolded you? Sorry, no, it is good. It's where it's good from. No. It's like all most medical shows are pretty terrible, and House is just another. Oh, look at symptoms. Walks in. Well, we think it's this one. No, it's not that one. Pulled something out of his ass. Well, it's this other thing. No, that's ridiculous. Then he does something that is incredibly bad and figures out that it's that something, you know. And that is the thing. You stay to defend your honor briefly. Look, you can enjoy whatever you want to enjoy, and I can dislike whatever I never see, because you said you didn't like the Yu-Gi-Oh community. You left it for the OPTCG because you couldn't take it anymore. What is the OPTCG? And also, yeah, the Yu-Gi-Oh community is pretty rough. One Piece TCG. Is a One Piece TCG? Damn. Honestly, I do believe... it's the characters and the story behind the medicine for you. Honestly, the romance is quite good in-house. But also, we don't have to like everything, and we don't have to dislike everything. Everyone can enjoy their own things if they want to. And that's fine. He scolded you for generalizing and called you an asshole, even though you tried your best to explain it. Honestly, Stone Age philosopher, that sounds like a them issue. Stone Age. Can I call you Stone Age or Sap? Because... or Stap. Stap! Or... what do you prefer? Yuma. Yuma. Like the guy from... what's the anime called? It's not an anime reference, right? You can accept it's terrible, but still enjoy it. Yeah, totally, yeah. Hey, it's like eating McDonald's. No, McDonald's is terrible. Like, fuck eating McDonald's. I feel like shit every time I go there, so I don't go there anymore. Yeah, like the show. 51 episodes in the first season. Got another 20, I believe, afterwards. With, like... oh, what's the show? It's called some... hold up. Enter the new world. Anime. Hold up. You don't really watch animation anymore, so you don't know. Bye. Have a good one, Bulgitek. Good to see. What is good seeing you? I don't know. Anyways, there's a character called Yuma somewhere. It's fine. Yu-Gi-Oh! Honestly, I feel like saying that a community is toxic can feel like generalization, but it often isn't meant like that. It's not meant to be like everyone is toxic. It's more so that a vast majority is toxic. So much, in fact, that even if you meet a non-toxic person, it does actually still not redeem it, you know? Like, the non-toxic people in that case are the people who are the exception to the rule. Rule being that it's toxic, you know? World Trigger? Was it World Trigger? Yeah, World Trigger is the show I'm thinking of, and there's a character in there called Yuma. There you go. I was looking forward, browsing and everything, and then I found it popped into my head. No, you said that Yu-Gi-Oh! Community is horrible in the sense of elitism on both casual and competitive side, and also general toxicity and racism on some part. I have no idea about the racism part and everything, but I do think that it's the Yu-Gi-Oh! Community is pretty horrible. But the main grab is the elitism in the game isn't fun anymore. Yeah, and that's totally fun. You can like experience that. You can think that something is bad without other people like. As long as you're not judging someone else and stuff, it's fine. For what it's worth, the game is a lot of, hey, if it's my turn first, you don't get to play the game. Or, hey, you're passing on the first turn, okay. Now it's time for me to play cards for 15 minutes straight. And then just win. Casuals don't want to play against you because your deck is too strong. Competitors don't want to because your deck is too weak. Yeah, I mean, that sounds like, you play as a going second deck and they honestly scoop when you get to play and board wipe them. Yeah, and that's like just Yu-Gi-Oh! That's an issue with Yu-Gi-Oh! Itself. Because on the one hand, you could very much obviously say, hey, I don't want to play this deck because it's very anti-fun to play against. But at the same time, what other options are there? Like, all of the other ones are rough, Some people have game and don't go for a game and to piss you off. Yeah, and that's like sandbagging, That's something that happens a lot in a lot of competitive games, It sucks. Obviously. It's not an issue that only Yu-Gi-Oh's community has, but it does happen on a lot of it. Like, specifically in Master Duels, it was really, really bad. Duel Links, it was actually not as bad in my experience, though. But, so yeah. And you literally never had this in any other card game. Yeah, in Magic, for instance, people are more respectful, I've noticed, as well. And One Piece, I didn't know that they have a thing, but in Legends of Runeterra, for instance, people will sometimes emote spam. But most of the time, people are pretty respectful and chill and non-toxic. And yeah, though you like Magic's community and they're awkward. Well, that seems like an overgeneralization. They're awkward. You could say a lot of them seem awkward to me. Or something like that, Sometimes you don't mean to overgeneralize, but things you say can sound like it. And that's why using a nuanced way of putting, they really are there, and we have a problem that they don't shower. Well, that is an overgeneralization and a stereotype. Earlier you were complaining about racism, and now you're just doing something that, is like stereotyping is bad, right? Also, I will probably just delete that message. It's, because I know plenty, all the people who play Magic that I've gotten to know and that I've met in real life and even events that I've been to for Magic and stuff like that, all the people over there have showered properly and they groomed themselves and everything, and they seem fine. So clearly, in my perspective, that's just this stereotype that you have, You went to 3 different cities and the Magic players all behave the same like that. Yeah, but that's just 3 cities, right? Maybe it's just bad luck. Have you thought about that? Again, not trying to scold you or sound condescending or patronizing or anything like that, but generally speaking, if you say, oh yeah, they all don't shower and everything, well, you liked Magic, so you're awkward and you don't shower either, right? Not bad luck, it's their culture. I don't think so. I feel like that, again, can be problematic. A while ago, you saw a lot of rhetoric like that being used against Muslims, for instance, or people in Gaza and whatnot, which is fucked up, right? It's they're all like that, and everything. How is that the same with games? I'm just saying the way you say things sound like you're stereotyping and actually trying to get a rise out of me and others, basically. So I can see now how you could come across as someone who's overgeneralizing and insulting to others. No offense. So in that regard, I would suggest that you make sure to not do that. Some games attract certain people, not your fault. I feel like you're overgeneralizing here. I feel like maybe your outlook on the communities that you're taking apart in and trying to integrate yourselves is too negative and cynical. So you're only seeing it and turning into a self-fulfilling prophecy. A self-fulfilling prophecy is in the context of behaviors and patterns and everything is that if you think, for instance, that your partner is going to cheat on you, you'll treat them like they've cheated on you, even if they haven't, eventually leading to them possibly cheating on you, right? Not the only one who has this opinion and complaint. Yeah, but doesn't have to be a good thing. Just because a lot of other people jump from a bridge doesn't mean that you have to jump from a bridge, right? You're your own person with your own set of experiences and values and thoughts and opinions, and that is cool. Doesn't mean that you have to conform to others. Bad comparison. No, I feel like that's a good comparison. Just because others also share the opinion doesn't mean that your opinion is right. It's not. Well, you can agree to disagree on that. Overall, though, I would just suggest, as a philosophy student, wait, what did you join back into? We're getting someone here who's, I believe, trolling. I'm not sure yet, though. So, arguing in good faith and trying to assume positive intent. Stone Age philosophy. You seem a little, how the fuck are you trolling? I mean, it seems a bit upsetty. Don't be upsetero. Right? So just calm your tits a little bit, okay? A lot of what you said is rhetoric that sounds problematic and sounds like you're trying to get a rise out of people and sounds like you're trying to, it's not your fault they all behave so damn awkward. It's a big reason why you don't want to interact with them. Well, that's the thing, you don't have to. Right? And on that note, clearly you're just trying to do stuff here. I'm not sure. It's weird. So calm it down, okay? Whatever you're trying to do. Again, no hate. For what it's worth, the way we treat others also reflects on us. And overgeneralizing and always seeing the better, worse in people, you're not doing anything. You're just explaining why you don't like some things. Yeah, but look, if you apply the same thing to other stuff, if I just take your... Hold up. This is kind of funny. Krillera, without scrolling up. Let me read out some messages out of context, with no context in mind, It's their culture. They don't shower. Yeah, some areas just attract certain people. I'm not the only one who thinks this way. It's not my fault they behave like that. It's a big reason why I don't want to interact with them. How does that sound to you? Does that sound, no need to make fun of you. I'm not making fun of you. I'm just saying, like out of context, a lot of that sounds quite bigoted. Like if you were to apply it to other cultures, if you were to apply it to other things, you would automatically sound like a bigot. So you have to like everything then? No, you just have to be respectful to other people. Like, if you don't like people, don't go to those places. If you think that people don't shower in other places and everything, don't go there. So you have to love magic and have to know negative opinions. See you not doing whatever. Wait, what are those things for? I was just earlier drawing a comparison to Asmongold, who said that genocide is baked into the culture of Palestinians, and that it's not their fault. That it's not like if they weren't getting genocided, they would genocide themselves, etc., etc. You're respectful. Okay, look, I'm gonna time you out, and if you want to still like hang out in 10 minutes, do that. But yeah, like that back then, he also like was overgeneralizing. He was being condescending, got into a lot of trouble for that, and that's fine. That's good. Moderation, being taken action, it's good. Anyhow, saying that a large subset of people doesn't shower and is bad and everything is weird, and it's overgeneralization very much. And trying to just go into a place, my very first impression of this person here is they don't seem like they're fun at parties. And that's, yeah. That's not fun. And so yeah, Stone Age Philosopher, you were just timed out. That's your first warning. It's clearly trying to pick a fight, create a problem where there is none, uh, yell at clouds, and try and get a rise out of me and other people. And if you want to still engage in discussions or have a good time and everything, maybe stop doing that. And if you come in again in 10 minutes and do the same thing, you'll just get banned, and that's it. You saw the word magic, so so was their opinion of some community called Magic? No, like Magic the Gathering, basically. That the Magic the Gathering players all don't shower, and they stink, and they're awkward, all of them, and he doesn't want to interact. This person doesn't want to interact with them. But like, it does also sound like nobody from the community wants to interact with them either, because they're overgeneralizing, they're insulting, they're being very toxic about it, you know? Of course, they don't have to like the community or the game or whatever. That's totally fine. But I can definitely see why they came in from another stream who scolded them. Quite honestly, it seems like childish behavior. I'm not sure if that person is over the age of 18, but it didn't give me the impression. So I will probably, if they come back and try to do whatever they were doing right there. Again, it's most likely just trolling, but I like to give people the benefit of a doubt. If someone does something that is bad, I like to say, hey, this is bad, and here's why, you know? But instead that we're trying to, like, I don't know, incite something. I don't know. Saying like, oh, it's their culture, they all are like that, etc. is something that people say about gay people as well. Yeah, they're all bad, they're all predators. Sounds like a bad experience. I hope they find someone from the community that breaks a bad view of it. I mean, they don't have to even find someone. I hope they just find good luck and love and something in their life that brings them joy. And that they touch grass. I feel like that's important. Sometimes we're kind of stuck up. Like, look, if you're, and that's just something I was explaining earlier, if you think that all people in a community are elitist and toxic, or they're all unhygienic and they stink and they're awkward dogs, you'll start seeing everyone as that. And even if they're not like that, you'll suddenly develop a smell for it, you know? Oh, all the Magic players stink and they don't shower. And then you go to places and then you go like, people say that about your community. Exactly. They do it about my communities as well. Oh, all of them don't shower. So when you go there, and even if they do shower and even if they do smell good, you will say, oh yeah, they smell. I could see it. I could see the sweat and everything. Even though sweating, for instance, at a convention is totally fine. It happens. It's a tight space that typically gets quite warmed up, and in summer, a lot of conventions happen. It's totally normal. People use a lot of deodorant and as well. Like I start like, especially like over here, Gamescom, for instance, concrete jungle all the way, huge areas, concrete, gets so hot. And I go outside regularly and I drink a lot of water because my mouth gets dry, you know, when I didn't drink enough water, and so you get smelly breath. But also I sweat a lot, which is totally normal. It's a natural reaction, you know, that your body smells. It starts like sweating. And sweat in itself doesn't smell, by the way. It's the bacteria on your skin that eat the sweat, and then it starts to smell. And as a result, you end up showering or using deodorant and whatnot to cover up, like showering to remove the sweat from your body, you know, and also like smell bad and everything, hygiene and all of that. And deodorant to like cover up the smell until you can shower later, you know. And for what it's worth, I feel like that's very, very important to do. And a lot of people don't realize that it's very normal. Anyways, I hope Stone gets better representation soon, if they were being serious. Yeah, if they were being serious. Again, like, benefit of a doubt and everything. I hope they find the kindness they deserve somewhere. But also, like, if you just see constantly someone, if someone if you're convinced that all people in a group of people, like in a community of sorts, are a certain way, you'll treat them in that way so much that they become like that. If you think that all people, like, I don't know, like the trans community, all the trans people are like the entitled and sensitive snowflakes. So you treat them that way so that they get upset because you want to incite something, you know? And then suddenly those people will act angered. You might even say triggered. Because you're inciting that reaction out of them. Like you're treating them badly so that you get the reaction that you thought they would do, you know? So when someone stays calm and everything, you know, and you said, why are you mad? Why are you mad? You know? No, you're not a snowflake. I mean, most people that say that our generation isn't a snowflake or that certain communities are snowflakes are the ones who get upset the most, to be fair. So there's that too. Oh, tell me like it's over. Dream it's like over. Yeah, I don't like taking moderation action like super quickly and everything, but in this very specific case, you know, they're gonna have a timeout. They'll be back in 10 minutes, maybe, or maybe not. And if they want to genuinely like be part of a community and everything, that's totally fine. And if they don't like it, they'll get banned. You know, like they didn't seem like the most pleasant kind of people, you know. And I don't mean that in an insulting kind of way, but also more so in a inciting a reaction just to get a reaction so that they can then say, oh yeah, you're like one of them. I mean, being trans is fun. Having people hate your existence for no reason is fun. Technically speaking, I'm trans. Since, you know, fetuses go from female to male. When you're a cis guy, technically speaking, if you treat a fetus like a living human life, you know, a living human being, then technically speaking, you must also admit that all cis men are technically speaking trans. By the way, Krillera, I'm joking, because a fetus isn't alive. But also, you know, like an embryo, I guess. I don't know. Abortions. I know. Yeah. Hence why I'm cis. I'm not trans. I'm a cis dude. I'm a cis-hetero, but not a hetero. Upset-hetero. I don't know. What was the don't upset-hetero the hetero? Was that the joke? Inside you there are two wolves. They're both gay. Inside you there are two wolves. One is gay and the other one is also gay. That said, I'm gonna take a little break. I'll be back in a bit. I need to grab some tea. It's super hot here, so I'm just gonna grab more tea. Oh, you know what? You know what's good? You know what's really good? I soon enough can make iced coffee. Like, I can make coffee and just put it on ice. Like, I can, like, cool it down and drink that. And I can make it less strong so that it's, like, coffee flavored, but I don't dehydrate myself by drinking it all day, you know? Oh, I used to do that all the time at my old flat. I mean, if you have two of anything inside you might have a bigger problem than sexuality issue. Honestly, what you're saying doesn't make any sense, Krill. Like, what about a pregnant lady who's got twins inside of her? Also, what about literally like most human beings who have two lungs and like two kidneys inside of them? Two eyeballs? At least two teeth? I feel like those people are pretty unproblematic. Yeah, that's more important to think about than sexual. Yeah, I feel like, you know, having at least a kidney is good. Having a second one is pretty good. Also, on that note, everyone, we're going to take a break. During that break, you can inform yourself about organ donations and what the status is for that in your country. Because in Germany, you need to have a document on you that states that when you die, people can use your organs to save other people. You have to opt into organ donations. In other countries, you have to opt out of it. I carry one of those all the time. So just in case you don't know, maybe consider doing that. Opt into it just in case you ever die, so that people can then check your ID and also see, hey, I can use this guy's heart and sell it on the black market. Ooh woo. I feel like that's pretty good to have. Keeping your eyes healthy is more important than other partners. Yeah. I mean, look at me with my -5 here. Do we want to play Yu-Gi-Oh later? We could play some Yu-Gi-Oh later. Unrelated to the person earlier, but like I've got this ROM of a Nintendo DS game that I used to play a lot as a kid, and I wanted to showcase it a little bit, and I feel like that could be quite a lot of fun. So we could do that later. But first we'll be yapping some more, I guess. And I'm going to take a little break. I'll be back in a bit. Please take care of yourself. Perform a med check if needed. See that you hydrate and stretch and take a break of yourself. Take care of yourself. You deserve it. You deserve being taken care of. Also, the person from earlier literally just left, so it's fine. Yeah. We'll be back in a bit. Take care. I'll see you in a bit. I'll put on some other music. Alrighty, and we're back again, and today I'm gonna yap some more. And also I've got some more tea. I've got what's this? It's honey ginger tea. I like it a lot personally. It's good stuff. It's really good. I like it personally a lot, but it's a bit sweet, you know, it's a bit on the sweeter side, even without adding anything, you know? Without adding sugar or anything like that. Without adding any sugar or whatever. Pretty done sweet. That said, let's maybe head into games. Oh, right, I wanted to talk a little bit about something. There was a new update. The Oversight Department's update is now available on Drill Core. And I will... Oh, it's so warm here. Also, my stomach hurts kind of, so I'm not sure how long I'm gonna stay on today. But we shall see. Anyways, Oversight's Department came out April 28th. When was the last time I played Drill Core, actually? Kind of been too long ago. April 24th. So it's been quite a few... Like, it came out a few days after. Due to the continued growth of the company, Drill Core Inc. has invested in new expansions within our corporate infrastructure, leading to the introduction of new oversight departments. You'll now be able to select one department from the pre-operational mining screen to monitor your progress and reward you for your achievements. The selected department will gain experience equal to your division level, and for every level that department gains, you'll be rewarded with technologies or resources. Platform managers will only be able to select one department at a time in these rewards, but there will be no penalty for changing your selection. Welcome back, Krillera. These departments include Department of Unethical Innovations, pioneering solutions nobody asked for, using technologies nobody approved. If it moves, it's innovation. If it explodes, it's progress. And yes, we have very good lawyers. Department of Aggressive Negotiations. Why argue when you can intimidate? Our negotiation skills are measured in kilotons. If your conversation doesn't involve explosions, you're doing it wrong. Department of Accidental Safety. We didn't intend to make this place safe, it just kind of happened. Remember, safety isn't our goal, it's a delightful accident. Department of Overly Dramatic Solutions, never solving problems quietly when they can be solved dramatically. If it doesn't involve explosions, laser beams, or loud speeches, we're not interested. Department of Chaotic Optimization, when something works too well, we're suspicious. Rest assured, we'll fix it until it's just complicated enough to confuse everyone equally. And Department of Excessive Wealth, managing more money than we could possibly need or explain. We're sure it's all legal, well, legal enough. Just enjoy the bonuses and don't ask too many questions. We look forward to seeing how you implement these new departments and their unique upgrades, platform managers, and we hope you'll take the time to thank the Drill Core Inc. HR department for all the strenuous efforts in streamlining this restructuring process. Mineshaft expansions. As discussed in an earlier company-wide memo, discovering the R&D department in a new thinner type of Resolid have enabled them to make alterations to the landing sites of mining platforms. Allowing a greater variance in mine shafts, you'll be able to extract valuable resources from on each planet. Not only will you notice more variety in the shape of mines themselves, but they'll also be far wider and deeper than previous shafts, which is really cool. All mine shafts will become up to 3 to 4 times wider and will also be significantly deeper past 150-meter drilling depths. Indestructible Resolid? Is it Result or Resolid? Resolid now creates much more varied, unique pathways for your miners to navigate to. The R&D department have also been hard at work in researching New drilling techniques and technologies and progress in this area now means that all platform managers will now be able to drill deeper on planets, going well beyond the previous maximum of 1,000 meters. Overall, this should increase the amount of valuable resource you're able to extract from each planet, and we look forward to seeing an impressive increase in profits from all contracts, which is pretty cool. We don't see any new resource types here, but we can see something very, very cool with like portholes, it seems. Several new types of blocks have been discovered in both the cave and frost biomes. This includes 4 new cave biome blocks and 5 new frost biome blocks. In the cave biomes, we've got eruption blocks that explode in a specific direction upon destruction. The explosion deals damage to blocks and living creatures along its path, up to the nearest block or within a 2-block radius. Fun! Explosive block explodes after a few seconds when HP falls below 10%, deals damage to living creatures and blocks within a 1-block radius. The Geysir block releases a powerful jet stream of steam and flies in one of 4 possible directions, killing everything in its path. Fun. Black hole block every so often will create a spatial rift in a block within a 2-block radius and will, after a short period of time, pull whatever occupies its space, including your team members, into the black hole. Frost biome blocks. There's the wind whirl block, periodically pushes away other blocks in a 5-block radius. Oh no, using wind. The push block kills everything in its path. Vacuum block, periodically activated block that pulls all ore within a 2-block radius towards itself using wind. Okay, that's useful. Cryostone block regenerates over time at the location it was destroyed. Husker Twin block drops half of a monster upon destruction. If another monster half exists on the level, they grow wings, fly towards each other, and merge into a large, dangerous monster. Fun! Going to try out a new game you got, Trepang? Wasn't that the wasn't that like a shooter? Extraction shooter kind of thing? I think I remember seeing that somewhere. When struck, this block begins to resonate, transmitting the impact to adjacent blocks. Deals 80% of the received damage to blocks in cardinal directions. Oh, that's useful. New aliens! Upon death, leaves a cloud that heals nearby enemies. Slinger descends like Arachno on a web, periodically fires webbing at turrets within a radius. Centrix periodically generates a shield with a large radius around itself. Projectiles cannot pass through the shield. Healvox starts healing itself if it hasn't received damage for a set amount of time. The Ice class that explodes upon death, creating ice blocks in the air. These blocks block projectiles, have HP, and take damage similarly to enemies. And the Raptor increases the movement speed of nearby enemies. Interesting. And we've got new turrets, like the Tesla Watchtower, electrocutes enemies within range, stunning them. Each building operates independently. Night Shifter's Post releases a certain number of dwarf soldiers into the mine at night. Each building operates independently. And Music Player, active daytime ability, select the area where workers receive a speed bonus. Each building increases the effect radius. More beats per minute means more rocks per minute. Huzzah! The Shrapnel turret fires a projectile that explodes upon hitting an enemy, releasing projectiles in all directions. The Razor turret shoots blades that pass through enemies. Ooh. The blade does not disappear upon reaching the attack radius and can bounce off walls a maximum of 3 times. And the Gas Storm turrets fire gas grenades that explode on impact, creating a gas cloud lasting a certain number of seconds and poisoning enemies. I like that there's more poison. Anyways, bye-bye. Have a lovely stream, you wonderful creatures. You too have a lovely time with Trepang. And yeah. And new level generation, new blocks, new enemies, new events. New buildings. Time Warper. Terrabor. Oh, this is cool though, you know? Constantly accelerates 1 turret. Overdrive node. For Swarmlet accelerates all turrets for the next current night. Mining Watchtower during the day fires mines upwards. Ooh. Terrabor Repellent makes Terrabors spawn less frequently. Ball Watchtower shoots a projectile upwards that damages enemies as it passes through them, then falls back into the tower, causing damage on the return path as well. Interesting. A suppressor reduces enemy speed at night. The reincorporated revives a deceased worker if charged. I love that. Night shifter, nighttime relay, daytime relay, guard system. Launches a drone that attacks enemies in the mine. Abyssal Lance, active if nighttime ability. Fires a powerful laser at a selected point, causing massive single target damage. Pulse Generator, active nighttime ability. Emits a pulse that reduces enemy defense within the selected area. And then there's Towers, the Harpooner, which attracts the target to the turret. After that, the saws on the turret are activated, which cause damage to the target, and the turret holds the target, damaging it. The Gas Storm fires gas grenades that explode at impact, creating a gas cloud lasting, poisoning enemies. Shrapnel turret, the Void Wheel turret, which generates a laser that rotates 180 degrees around the turret and back, damaging enemies it touches. And the Thunder Strike shoots electricity. Upon hitting an enemy, it stuns with electricity and jumps to the nearest enemy within radius. The different departments. You can choose a department that will monitor your progress and reward you with 4 achievements. Most new buildings and turrets are unlocked by leveling up departments. 6 departments have been added. Other, you can now move the camera left and right. During drilling, the depth range of a platform relative to the surface is shown on the right. The window mode option is not available on Steam Deck anymore. New main menu background added. Intro video now has voiceover in 4 languages: English, Russian, German, and Chinese. Language window is now shown before the intro video on the first game launch. Ooh. And 7 new achievements. Balance changes. Cool. They buffed the gun for 11 damage. And reload time is increased though. Drone turret, M2, drone speed is decreased. I see. They've nerfed that a little bit. Number of permanent resources in the mine has been increased by approximately 25%. It's going to make grinding a bit easier on us. Terrabore spawn frequency has been increased. Terrabore speed increased. The amount of coal required for drilling increased by 2. Oh, damn. But the amount of coal and levels increased from 7 to 10. The deeper, the more coal appears. That's useful. That's very good to know, actually. The upgrade that boosts worker speed now increases speed by 33% instead of 25% each. Interesting. Block revealer radius is increased. Additionally, each new block reveal increases the radius by another 50%. Automatic turret damage is increased by 25%. That's amazing. Laser watchtower damage is increased from 13 to 15. It's a slight buff, but it's useful because it's going to activate quite frequently and doesn't need to have a target in its range. Dwarf carrier speed is increased. Elite carrier speed is increased to 3.7. HP of all dwarves has been increased, which is very, very good, given how many units there are, how many things there are that can kill you now. And yeah. Anyhow, there was a demo that I wanted to showcase a little bit. We'll check out the Drill Core update later. But this one is called The Brothers Hotel. It's like a immersive action adventure kind of. I just saw spiders on it. I'm not gonna. If it doesn't have an arachnophobia mode, we're not gonna play this. As bad as it sounds. It's very loud for now. Right away, they've got like over here, they've got the stylized buttons, but these sliders are all not stylized in any way, shape, or form, which is a bit rough. Subtitles are turned on, which is good by default, and you can opt out of it if you want to. Head bobbing, I'm going to turn off immediately. Video settings, we're going to limit FPS to that. VSync is going to be turned on. Temporal upsample, I have no idea what it means. I would like it if it would show you what it means by hovering over it. Besides that, there doesn't seem to be anything that I can change. I would like it if there was a arachnophobia mode that just removes the heads of the spiders. Clicking apply doesn't give me like any feedback at all. Like it doesn't even light up.
Once upon a time,
I'm gonna alt F4 if there's a spider on screen.
the last time, he didn't say goodbye. He packed a small bag and walked out the door, leaving behind what was once familiar. Things had changed. The house, once full of warmth, was now just a shell of memories. He had always been restless, never comfortable staying in one place for long. He chased freedom, thinking it was somewhere out there. But wherever he went, emptiness followed. One evening, he stumbled upon a place that felt strangely familiar.
Like the title music is too loud, so I turned down the master volume until it was still like way too loud. But doable. But right now this over here is a bit too quiet.
The walls closing in. He wasn't lost, but he couldn't.
So I just recommend that the title, like the title screen music should be different. Why is a Plato in here? We can easily forgive a child who is afraid of the dark. The real tragedy of life is when men are afraid of the light. It looks like it says Playlo instead of Plato. I don't have a head. I need to find an empty wall to do my art. I can't pull this down. I need a card for this. I don't think the game pauses when I hit tab. What are those lines? Can I just nope out? I just got scared by the fence. The light just glitches over there, which is kind of funny. Damn, kids came back last night, sprayed all over the walls. I swear if I catch them this time, but that symbol, it wasn't there before. What symbol? I don't see no symbol. I do have hands, which is fun. Video settings. There's no gamma settings or anything like that. I feel like the game is too dark. Like, I can barely see something. It's like a choice, definitely, but, you know. What the hell is this over here? It's cool that I can open this, but why does it do it? Like, why should I open it? Is there stuff here that I can pick up? Accidents? I can't interact with any of the folders, which is weird. Mr. Allen Wright, room 203, check in, check out. Noise complaints, never seen leaving room. Left in a hurry, door left wide open. Staff reported scratching sounds. Room is empty. I saw in the mirror. Room 207. Nice. Some light. Like the sounds sound like the steps. Either steps or it's like... Oh look, it's the toilet. With like a pentagram? Are they like people? I don't know. I don't really understand. The game does get randomly darker and lighter. I don't understand really why. Okay, I have no idea where I'm going. Director's office? Is there like a key I need or something like that? No camroid and equipment. I don't know. Like, this is locked, so I can't do anything with that. There's blood on the floor, but it looks kind of like someone was glazing the floor like a donut. Save the planet. Oh, I see. But why would you do that in an abandoned one? Wouldn't you want to do that somewhere that is like, where it's like visible, where people are, you know? Feels a bit pointless to do it in a space that is abandoned. You know, that's some pointless activism right there. I should search around to find an empty wall. Yeah, no, I'm gonna exit here. Look. It doesn't seem tested. Most of you seem to be negative and complaining about it. Just a walking somewhere, if you follow the objective based off of dialogue, you have it completed in under 5 minutes. Needs a lot of work, as it tends would not recommend this. I didn't like the flashing lights. I just stopped playing this. I just stopped. Because it's like flashing lights and everything. There's also spiders in the game, no settings for it. The game is unreasonably dark, and it's like, ooh, there's a pentagram. You know, it's not... no apparent reason, really. It sucks a little bit, but it can't be helped. It's just the way it is. That said, honestly, let's go ahead and... What other demo was that I wanted to showcase? I forgot already. Let's do some drillcore. I'm afraid that this, you know, that demo doesn't seem great. For what it's worth, it just seems like there's a lot of concepts thrown in together, but it's not like they didn't They kind of forgot to do the whole thing where
Have you ever noticed your planet turn?
make it playable, you know? You can choose the department which will keep track of you, how you're doing and reward you for your achievements. Only one department will be selected at a time. Unlock departments, rewards are available no matter which department is currently selected. The selected department gets the same amount of experience as the level of your division. We'll get new technologies and resources with each level. Okay, what is this? The Ball Watchtower. Oh, damn, that was loud. Honestly, in that specific case, it was more so, if there's nothing good you can say about a game, just don't say anything at all. So I decided to stop playing. And also I don't want to deal with spiders. Huge spiders. Are there new upgrades? In the new update? No, we've unlocked everything over here. If I switch over to the dwarves platform, there's nothing over here that we can unlock still. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use the Earth Crusher. Boop. Core durability is decreased. Building reacher speed apart from watchtower buildings is decreased. Let's go with this for now and see what we can unlock. Pause fire on enemies. Have at least 13 explosive type turrets at the end of the contract. Cool. And then reach depth of 500. Sure. Platform presets. This mitigates that immediately. Building price reduction is pretty neat. Explosion radius. Ooh. Let's go with that for now. What I'll also do is I'm just gonna unlock some of the rockets. The rocket turret over here is quite expensive, so if that's like a expensive building. Shotgun turret, grenade launcher. There's the mortar. I like the mortar a lot. Corrosion turret. Let's just go with the mortar as well. Those are like our secondary kind of turret. Over a long distance. Groups of enemies. Let's run instead. Small radius. Honestly, just keep it like so. Turret radius, lucky number. Confirm. Void radius difficulty. Start for now. Let's check out the new update and see how it goes. We're on a cavernous planet.
Platform stable, equipment is intact. We have successfully landed.
Okay, we're gonna head down.
Drilling confirmed.
And we actually need a lot more coal. Ooh, there's now this display there. That's... I'm gonna quick restart. I'm gonna quick restart because I wanted to place down a furnace immediately.
Platform stable, equipment is... Drilling confirmed.
Clocking in.
Let's go. Factory. Factory. Nearly maxed out.
I'm paid per mineral, not per hour.
Oh, it's much tighter.
Let's get digging.
Let's get some more miners in place.
One delivery for you. Increase the company's income. High value shipment.
Get another carrier as well.
Increase the company's income. Set to go. What needs moving? I'm paid per mineral, not per hour.
And we can have another person, so we'll add another guard here.
Priority cargo coming through. Finding it easy, but it's honest work.
Let's do a rocket launcher here. We're also gonna start building our rocket turrets here and here.
Paid per mineral.
Energy catalyzer, explosive catalyzer. Let's get that for now. Figure it out.
Down and dirty. Top of the list. Moving now. We have a mining quantity. Prioritizing the delivery.
We're gonna send everyone back home. Since Terrabors are coming. This is cool. Like, I like that it's less open here. Honestly, I both like and dislike it that they change it like this.
Begin your work shifts.
Let's dig into this.
We shall see how good this is really for us in the game.
One delivery for you. One delivery for you. Let's dig into this. Top of the list. Moving now.
Laser watchtower. I'll get it at 2 stars. It's fine.
Digging duty. Here I come. Priority cargo coming through. Show me where to start digging. Heading to the priority zone. This area is under fire watch. You marked it important. I mark it done. Whole bridge is on fire.
I don't think we'll be able to get through this. Yeah. In time.
Digging duty. Here I come. Let's show the profit.
Let's move on. We should probably also get these 2 upgrades in place so that we know where to dig.
Get digging. Orders are clear. Ongoing the critical sector. We have a mining quota to meet.
Stop all operations. Retreat to the platform.
Can we build something? We can't. Just yet, at least. All right, we're working. On the one hand, it just offers up more choices, I guess, since we're quite limited where we can dig, and we'll have to like think about it more, I guess. But on the other hand, it's also like I don't know, it doesn't cause issues or anything, it just, you know.
Morning call.
Enemies will
Return
deal
to
increased
mine.
damage. Okay, that's good to know.
Priority dig coming right up. Hang up. Let's dig into this. I'm on patrol.
Let's say it's good guns. Up. Number of workers is gonna be very, very good. I think. But also block, defense. Let's go with that, because eventually it's gonna be quite rough to deal with. Swift base is premium.
Handling the VIM. Very important mineral. We have a mining quota to meet.
Night is filling, please.
Do we have nighttime abilities? We should probably like build one of these at least.
Rocks and minerals, beware. I'm on patrol.
Yeah, well, that one's dead. Let's get another mine now in place.
Stop all operations. Retreat to the platform.
Just gotta take care of those.
Supplies on the move.
Since they'll deal increased damage, we'll need to make sure that we take care of these smaller enemies as soon as possible. We do have lots of AoE though, so that's gonna help as well.
Morning call. Return to the mine.
And as we pretty much cleared this area out quite a bunch.
Expect trouble here? I'll make sure there's none. You marked it important. I mark it done. I'm on the way. Let's dig into this. Expect trouble here?
I want them to prioritize that one piece of coal because we need it. Otherwise we can't go up. With that said,
Show them profit. Clocking in. Hang up. Clocking in.
Attention,
we'll send it
team.
home.
Drilling will commence next morning.
Where's the gun?
I want those resources.
Show me where to start digging.
Yeah, that one's dead. We'll get the increased mining speed. Oh damn.
Stop all operations. Retreat
Send
to
them
the
all
platform.
home. We already are getting the Healy, guys.
Core status 75%. Reinforce our defenses. Core at half capacity. Immediate defensive actions required.
Oh, we don't have the healers yet.
Core status.
Are we dead already?
We can't afford more damage.
Yep. Damn. Like, difficulty ramped up quite a bit here. But then again, this is like one of the hardest difficulties in the game. Let's go one down, I guess. Let's try again. That was quite unfortunate, sadly.
Surface reached. Drilling confirmed.
Let's set it down. Do our best. Rocket turrets. Just gonna do our utmost to speed things up here and to be as efficient as possible. Okay, machine gun, recycler, etc. Let's reroll once actually and get the radar ability perhaps. And drilling speed. Exploder.
Night is falling, team.
Oh, we didn't bring it all the way up. That's a bit of a bummer, but it should be fine. Like, we deal plenty of damage.
The sun rises. Begin your work shift.
2 units here, so defense is not much of an issue, but I would have liked to have another turret. But we also need like 2 more units for that.
Time to hustle those ores to the platform. Clock it in.
Let's actually get the research done here so that
Clock it in.
we at least know which way to dig.
I'll make sure there's none. Digging here first. Orders are orders.
Let's get speed up.
Let's show them profit. Let's dig into this. Supplies on the move. Supplies on the move. If there's ore down there, I'll find it.
Night is falling, team.
High value shipment on the move. Digging duty, here I come. Clock it in.
Yep. Figures.
Priority ground, consider it done.
The worms are coming. Retreat to the platform now.
Oh, but this brings us into a bad position because we need 1 carrier essentially to get an iron. Although I guess we'll soon have like another. In worst case, we can also like just refund some
Daytime.
thing.
Let's find those precious ores.
Down and dirty. Down and dirty.
Okay, now that we've done that, we can get 1 carrier in place who can then pick up these resources.
One delivery for you. Keep this on. That's high, I know. I'll make sure there's none. Let's get
And we can now get another gunner.
digging. Where do you need me? Understood. Focusing on that now. You expecting trouble here? I'll make sure there's none. Let's dig into this. You expecting trouble here? Down and dirty. I'll make sure there's none. Where's the guys?
On a fast track with this batch. The night is upon us.
If there's one down there, I'll find it. Hang up. Rocks and minerals beware. Let's prevent some trouble.
Okay. It lives.
Time to retreat. Everyone back to base.
It lives. We'll need more miners though.
Got my helmet, got my tools, ready.
Okay, we just gotta focus a little bit on clearing out the crowds. Collateral damage.
Good morning, team. It's time to get back to work.
Rocks and minerals? Beware. High-value shipments.
Daytime abilities unavailable.
Down and dirty. Let's prevent the trouble.
Let's get another carrier in place just in case, and another mine now.
Take it here first.
Calling for a company.
Miner reporting for duty. Ready to dig. They say jump. I say how deep. The bigger the mineral, the bigger the bonus. Hang up.
And then let's research this so that we have some more health to work with on our units. The drone station is pretty useful.
Special delivery.
No stars on that though.
Attention, team. Drilling will commence next morning.
They say jump. I say how deep.
Moving now.
Supplies on the move.
Can't get a mortar yet.
Let's get digging.
The night is upon us.
Coming through. On your patrol. Clock it in. Let's get digging. Heading to the priority.
Here we go. Oh yeah, those are fucked.
Stop all work. It's time to head back to safety.
Let's get the mortar tower built for now. Then replenish our workers again.
Got my helmet, got my tools, ready. Mining is a core part of business. I'm here to increase the
Like, we kill most of the standard enemies quite quickly, which is neat. So we'll just need to focus on the healers so that they don't die too quickly.
We need to be more careful.
Like, we need to kill them later rather than earlier.
Core at half
think.
capacity. Immediate defensive actions required. Daybreak is here. Workers,
Get to collect a
return
bunch
to
of
the hive.
resources, sadly miss out on some stuff here. Explosive turret recharge is amazing here for us. Mines turret, rocket watchtower seems pretty great. Fire resistance, building recharge. Let's go for building recharge for now. Corrosion turret sounds fantastic, especially with 3 stars there. There were a lot of resources we missed out on over this way. That said, we can now perhaps build the corrosion turret, which weakens enemies in the explosion order. I'm not sure if it does damage though. And I guess we'll shall see.
rocks and minerals beware.
Turret booster seems pretty good. And then we'll build another rocket turret this way. lost another worker here. That's a bummer. We can get more research done though. Soon. Let's go.
Night is filling, team.
They say jump, I say how deep.
That's unlucky. Worker speed, that's just movement speed. Worker price is very good though.
We have a mining quota to meet.
Time to head back,
Okay, we
everyone.
got a bunch of us
Night creatures
of
are
the
emerging.
blocks. Periodic healing sounds pretty good here in this context. It seems that these do indeed deal damage. Or maybe not. No, doesn't seem like they deal damage.
Core status, 10%. We can't afford more
Oh yeah, we're
damage.
fucked. This is difficult. It's gotten much more difficult for sure. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Ball Watchtower. It's just resources. We don't care about that at all. Daytime relays. Pizza for recharge of daytime abilities by 20%. And Harpooner. The Tesla Watchtower. Suppressor. Reduces the speed of all your enemies by 10% at night. Reincorporation seems cool. Not gonna lie, I don't know how I can deal with this effectively. I could have just lasers and... There's probably a way of doing it that would work quite well. But it's like a bit difficult, you know, all things considered. Figuring out a good strat. We're gonna take a break there. I'll be back. I'm out of tea. It's a bit unlucky. Then I need to take breaks to refill on teas. Imagine if I just had a tap here that would pour tea the whole time. You know? Peak laziness. But yeah, I'll be right back. Please take care of yourself before my med check if needed. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks a lot for hanging out. And I'll see you momentarily. Oh man. Let it die. A. We should play more of that. Sometime. Not today. Game. Alrighty. Rocket turrets, not great. I don't know. Like mortars. I like mortars. Let's see. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Light blade, laser turret, laser turret, laser turret. If it, target has less than half the HP, the laser deals triple damage to it. Let's go. I didn't notice. We still haven't found all the parts here yet. Should have done that maybe sometime. Phoenix core is useful. Standard core is good. Increases worker speed every morning by 20% for 30 seconds. If core durability is below. Oh, it shortened seconds, so it added a dot. That confused me. Is below if durability is below 20%. Hey, that seems pretty useful. I'll go for that. And then since we're not going for explosions, underground enemy damage, worker speed, day length. Day length seems pretty neat. With the increase in resource, I don't think we need building price reduction necessarily. Building recharge though is pretty good. Night enemy damage, turret slots, nighttime ability recharge. I'm gonna go with a building recharge, I think that's fine. Confirm. Explosive turrets, we'll see. Maybe we've got mortars. Maybe we'll build a bunch of mortars higher up at top and then get the laser turrets down below so that they can weaken them and then we can finish them off.
Surface reached. Drilling confirmed.
Let's try that as a strategy. Got more hot water on my tea. Alrighty, now we're gonna go fast. We're gonna go build. We're gonna go build. We're gonna go build. Also get one of those. And just get this already in place so that we can then immediately recruit more stuff. This is deadly. Let it die. Let's get more workers. Ooh, energy type turret recharge. Fantastic. Let's go, let's go. Nighttime bay. Ooh, fancy, fancy. Fancy schmancy. Fireworks turret with extra shooting speed seems good. Let's get another gunner in place. Gunner. No, 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 no. Here we go. Did we lose someone? I don't think we lost someone. That's good. Let's get another carrier. We're not going to be able to go down anyways. Just yet. So might as well prioritize other resources first. Damn. You're ugly. Hurricane turret. Sure. Number of workers. Nighttime enemy damage. Let's go with that for now.
Stop work and return to the platform.
And then get another miner. Miner.
Miner on the field. What's the plan?
Morning has arrived. Resume your duties.
Did we just take damage from that terrible? I'm not sure.
Let's get digging. Special delivery. Fast track. Rocks and minerals beware.
Alright, we can build another platform. And then get some research done, hopefully soon.
Let's dig into this. Digging duty here. High value shipment on the move. This mine stuff is doing a number on my lung. Oh, my word of bad luck can't work like this.
Well, that sucks. How dare you? How dare you? Kill my people.
Digging duty here. Special delivery. Fast track. Ready to strike gold. Or at least something worth the effort. Making each delivery count. Let's
The
get
night is upon us.
rocks and minerals. Build. High value shipment on the move. Into this.
Stop all operations. Retreat to the platform.
Honestly, I'm gonna stay around a bit longer since there's probably some resources over here. Resources over that way. It's good that these guys cover practically the whole range.
You marked it important. I mark it done.
This is working out quite well. The terror-boars on the frost planets going vertical is so fucking annoying.
Daybreak is here. Workers.
Frost coming, there's a high
return to
chance of
mine.
ice appearing in the mine during the daytime. Well,
Down and dirty. Let's dig into this. Priority
Drilling confirmed.
let's get some drill speed.
orders coming through. On my way to stand one for a count. Clocking in.
And then also get the jetpacks. Figured out.
Clocking in.
Let it die. Let it die. Grenade launcher with 2 stars, pretty neat.
Here I come. Show me where to start digging. Let's get it. Up to the mine. Not the fight.
platform. Move quickly.
Let's get the gun strength up so that our guards can deal some damage. We got like a lot of the resources here, I'd imagine. I don't think there's like too much more there.
Core status 75%. Reinforce our
Not
defenses.
great, obviously.
Attention, team. Core health is at 50%.
We even reduced the damage, like we would be dead if it wasn't for that. Obviously, this is the only enemy
We
left.
survived the night. Time to
Holy shit. What a pain in the ass. Let's build that. Resonant laser is pretty useful. Repair. I'm gonna go with worker speed actually.
We have a mining quota to meet. Rocks and minerals beware. If there's one down there, I'll find it.
I think that's quicker. I'm not entirely sure. But you know.
Let's show them profit. Onward. Here first. Orders are orders. I need help. Oh, get a line.
Are you serious?
Can someone help handle the wildlife? Let's show them profit.
Lost another worker there.
Let's dig into this. Got my helmet, got my tools, ready. Clocking in.
Night is falling, team.
Making each delivery count. My dust is doing a number on my lungs. Rocks and minerals beware.
Time to retreat. Everyone back
And
to
lost
base.
another two here. Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. Have the grenade towers do some thing here for us. Some added security. I still don't know, don't completely understand what these guys do. I think those are the wind towers
Ready to strike
that were mentioned before.
or at least something worth the effort. Let's dig into this.
focus down on the same unit.
Core status, 10%. We can't afford more damage. Morning has arrived. Resume your duties.
Welp! Welp! Turret radius.
Supplies on the move, ready to roll with the cargo. High value shipment on the move. Got my tools ready. Show me where to start digging. Handling the VIM. Very important minerals. Rocks and minerals beware.
It's raining.
We have a mining quarter to meet.
Oh, is that like the block that... Yeah, that block comes back after a while. Oh, that's annoying as heck. Turret expander. Perhaps. Repair station. Yeah, fucked.
Clocking in.
Night is falling, team.
Digging duty, here I come. Digging duty, here I come.
We need everyone back to the platform. Move quickly.
Gonna build more laser turrets for now.
Miner on the field. What's the plan? Digging duty, here I come. Understood. Focusing on that now.
Oh, we're so dead. Wake up, Magic. Demo. What's up? We're dead. Oop. Not gonna lie, it just feels bad. Did they ruin the game? Like, they buffed a bunch of things, don't get me wrong, but like, it feels like the... I don't know, it just feels like they've done weird stuff. Like, it just feels like they've ruined the game balance a little bit. Like, previously it wasn't this hard on, like, in terms of just, stuff. It wasn't this hard to, like, get through the second night or whatever, you know? Let me see. Look, create more meta progression is definitely a welcome addition. Can't wait to jump in. There's no meta progression or anything, you know? No upgrades or whatever, which I find a bit weird, since there's a bit of a focus. Like, I mean, I can unlock new buildings, I guess, and I get permanent resources, but I don't have anything to do with it, you know? Perhaps I need, like, new turrets. Select these guys and see if I can get the gas storm turret or the guard system. Maybe that will help a little bit. We'll just see. Probably also have to, like, Hell Driller I haven't beaten yet, you know? But it genuinely feels nigh impossible to even get through Planet Divider right now, you know? Also, let me just open the window a little bit. How are you doing today, Demolish? It's good to have you. Still, like, super warm and stuffy. And boy howdy, my stomach's hurting like crazy right now. I don't know why. I don't know what's up with that. Not gonna lie, I'm just gonna go take some stomach ache meds in a moment and stuff and call it here. I mean, I've got a long day tomorrow anyway, so might as well. Sorry that I have to cut the stream short so much already here, but the stomach ache's not getting better. And it's a bit of an issue. Health takes prior. Oh, hope you feel better soon. Yeah, I don't know. It's like started acting up and now it's like all weird, you know? It's like a weird stomach ache near my diaphragm, which I find odd. Bit worried about that. It's not like appendix area or anything like that. It's just weird. I'll see if like a warmth bottle is gonna help and maybe I'll make some soup real quick. I haven't had some. But yeah. We're gonna rate Pins. Pins is streaming in German today, so hey, that's gonna be fun. Go check out Pins if you haven't yet. You can like copy a message above or below depending whether or not you have the emotes, which will help. It doesn't have the emotes right now, but hey, look, it's now animated. Thanks a lot to everyone who's been hanging out today and lurking and stuff. I'm sorry for cutting the stream short. It's just stomach is getting a bit much right now, and I don't know exactly what I can do about that at the moment. I don't even think I have stomach ache meds or anything like that at the moment over here. I'll just make some soup. I'll get a warm water bottle going, even though it's blazing hot right now, like in a sauna and everything. But yeah, Pins is a variety streamer from Germany who typically streams in English, but had plans to stream once in German per month and also do some traditional art from time to time. And is a pretty cool guy. Plays a variety of games, lots of indie and story-driven games. There's a lot of art as well. I learned a lot about art from him and do recommend him a lot. Maybe some chamomile tea. Yeah, chamomile tea sounds like a good idea. But yeah, I'll first do some soup. We'll be live again on Saturday. Currently, I don't have a plan yet for Saturday. I don't know exactly what we could do. Maybe we'll play some Frostpunk or something else entirely. We'll see. I'll keep you up to date.